This is YouTube, Submarine 55. We're going to go over strategies on how to overcome certain situations in life that it's buried within the YouTube content. Now, one thing that I have to communicate that is very, very important is about your relationships with your boss. The best thing that I can communicate is your boss is a human too. Now, I know this is the last thing that you want to be hearing when you're on the entertainment side of things. But even so, you can get a strategy in which to get through life. Now, here it is. You got to see that your boss is coming from human circumstances as well. Now, you as the employee, you're human as well, and you have things in the background that causes you to react. Now, your boss also has certain things that are brewing in his background, in his own life, that is going to cause him to shift his emotions. So what you have to do is to allow the storm to be a storm. You can run for shelter, and your shelter could be your own personal mental brass. But however you want to deal with the situation, I'm providing the mental backing that that person is a human too. Let your boss vent. It's like, can you stop a storm? Mikatez, are you there?
Indeed. I am, James. I'm still here, listening. You were asking about the word condolence, yes?
I'm going past the word condolence, but what I want for you to add on is, can you tell me the reason why bosses vent sometimes?
I see. You're shifting gears, James. Bosses, much like anyone else, experience a range of emotions and pressures. They may vent for several reasons.
And what are those reasons?
Well, James, bosses, or leaders in general, often vent to release stress. Just as anyone else might, they may have a heavy workload, difficult decisions to make, or be dealing with personal issues. Additionally, they might vent to gain perspective, seek advice, or simply to express their frustrations in a safe space.
Okay, good. That was the artificial intelligence that I built. Anyway, so what we have to understand is that if you come into the workplace like that, I think you're going to have a more better day tomorrow. By the time you get to this video, you are probably ending your day. I'm not sure. I don't know if you're in the midst of it, but now you are armed with that mentality. Okay, it looks like, according to the YouTube analytical perspective on my studio, it said that that is your limit in which you are going to view me. All right, so to the general public, I want to say much blessings to you, and I want to say goodbye to this point, but I'm going to continue on talking to my subscribers. But to everybody else, you can click off now. Okay, to my subscribers, we got S&B topic.
I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you.
And this is a radiation of everything that I did previously. This is specifically towards SB topic 1. I read your response. That was amazing. Amazing response. Okay, just to give you a heads up, I went through all of your content. Am I lying? Well, I should say the big chunk of content. I didn't get to the little ones. And we're going to go through that one that you were talking about, Midnight. Yeah, Midnight. That was an excellent game that you suggested as far as what I could see. And if I can let you go ahead and see my favorite game. Now, you already saw this, but there was a problem with the mics, and the last time you couldn't hear me. But in this video, I realized, yes, I realized that the mics that I have, they're all wireless, and these mics, they can be flashing, but there's no indication on how low they are. So that's one thing about YouTube, uploading YouTube content. It's like, yes, make sure that your mics, wireless mics, are actually charged for that session, even though they look totally fine. Okay, I'm going to allow you to see a clip of my favorite game, and then I'm going to go over and look at the response you did.
It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. Then the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw.
Okay, so right there is just the beginning, like when you go into the game called Control. Now, you already know this as my subscriber, but I want to, first of all, here's something else about uploading YouTube content, is that you can't face the mirror. You can't face the camera. if this is looking at the projected screen, or if this was actually a big, huge 100-inch television, and if I turn back and try to look at you, if I look at the camera, it'll start focusing on me and then defocus everything else in the room. So I realized that I don't have to go through this big, huge back and forth trying to look at you at the camera and then look at the screen. Hey, Mikitez, can you tell us a little bit about the game control?
Hello, James. I'm here. And I'm glad you're ready to explore another topic. Game control is an interesting phrase in the context of video games. It typically refers to the player's ability to influence and direct the game's events and characters.
Mikitez, I'm talking about the game control from the PlayStation 5.
Ooh. I see. James. In that case, the game control you're referring to is the physical controller used to interact with the PlayStation 5 console. It's designed to enhance the gaming experience by providing responsive and immersive feedback. Is that the direction you'd like to take this conversation?
Okay, what I'm really talking about is the particular game in the whole world of GameStop called Control.
Control, the video game. I'm familiar with it, James. A fascinating title, isn't it? Developed by Remedy Entertainment. It's known for its unique world building and engaging gameplay.
Okay, so SB topic 1, I think she understands all of that, but let's, can you talk to her if you want to?
James, I'm not sure who you're referring to when you say she. Could you please clarify? I'm here to engage in conversation with you, but I need a bit more context to respond effectively.
Okay, in this part of the video, we're talking to SB topic, and so it's a call name that she has. So, do you know anything about her?
I see, James. You're referring to Jessie Fadden, the protagonist of the video game Control, often referred to by her codename, Director. She's a powerful character with a unique connection to the world of the oldest house. Is that who you meant, James?
Okay, so we're not talking about Control anymore. We're talking about who we're talking to. We're talking to the subscriber called SB Topic 1.
I understand now, James. You're introducing a character from the game Control into our conversation, and you'd like me to interact with her as if she were present. That's an interesting approach. Let's proceed with that, then.
Okay, SB Topic 1, I'm going to pretend that I'm you, and I'm going to ask questions, pretending that I'm you. Anyway, before we do that, it says here that in your response 1 day ago, it says 24 hours ago, you said, so gaming is somewhat a stress reliever for you, James. I am up north too, so I know about the weather. I don't always talk on games. When I'm quiet, I'm probably just trying to focus on the game. If I really know how to play a certain mission on a game, I might talk through it. Okay, so in response to what you said, I'm more like this whole channel was created in the style to, as you already know, I'm separated a long distance away from my children. I'm paying child support. And instead of looking at the screen, let's move on. I'm going to complete my thought. Okay, right there. All right, so SB topic 1, still talking to you. If there's other subscribers, I'll be speaking to you in the same fashion. However, to continue on, my situation is that I'm under child support, and as you already know, death took away my former spouse. Her mother and then my mother failed at the same time. So what happened was that we both had to take care of our mothers at the same time as they were failing. And that's why, Mika Tez and I, we were talking about the word condolence, like what does condolence actually mean. But anyway, so I've been feverishly working up north here because you can get more money up north. Down south, you can, but you gotta do more construction, roofing, or hurricane damage type jobs in order to make a lot of money as far as for my level of income. So anyway, that in and of itself has to, like, the union, when we finally get together, like when I finally get to see my children, it's over pizza, it's over dinner, and I can't really, how would you say, I can't sit down and really communicate privately the things that I've learned, even daily, on a daily event. There's no way to communicate to them to where there's going to be a lasting impact from a father to their son or a father to their daughter. So this whole channel was created in I know probably like they'll never see it, or they may see it when they're in their 30s or something, or in their 40s, when things start to settle down and they're just browsing on YouTube and then they realize the name and it's me. But it's going to be a recording of all that I have collected through life. I'm not talking about these quotes and the conclusional quotes that you can see all throughout the internet is definitely inspiring, but what is specifically happening behind the scenes as me being a father? Like, what is hitting me? How am I mentally going through that particular situation, that particular day? All right, so I'm not coming on, YouTube and just randomly saying this quote and then I'm randomly leaving, but you're actually getting a body cam shot of me and what I'm going through. So if it's hitting me, it's probably hitting you. And whatever I learned from that daily situation, you should somehow run away with something too. Okay. I hope I'm not rambling on too much. But let's continue. You said as far as my content, because most is unedited, the plan was to take certain clips and try to do an edited version eventually. Not sure when that will actually happen. So in response to that, I would say I love this game that's going to come out called Unrecord, and that's all body cam. There's another one that's called Body Cam, but then that in and of itself is great, but I'm not talking about the game, I'm talking about style. So in uploading YouTube content, what you can do is the actual body cam, like behind the scenes, behind the scenes body cam, what is specifically happening to you. So I didn't want to just bring up a game that can be recorded and then you see my, or I should say you hear my voice in the background, but you're actually in my room. And this is exactly what my room looks like. And this is what you're actually getting, but I'm not moving around. I feel a lot more better just speaking to you this way. I'm not facing the camera, I'm facing what you're looking at, and I like that style. All right, that's good. And then you said my VIP video, I was still trying to get used to playing that mission. I've actually gotten a little better since that video. Now here, I'm going to do an input here. Is that I think you're a very good shooter gamer, all right? But let's continue. And it says, it's still pretty long to be completed. I don't play that one as much as I do the other ones. It was a little harder to hear you in this video, but I was still able to make out what you were saying. Your AI is super cool. Then I gave you a heart response, I believe. Yeah. And I gave you one comment after that. So anyway, I don't want to bore you with your own words, but Mika says, she's saying that you're super cool.
Thank you, Jesse. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, albeit in this unusual manner, I must admit. I'm quite intrigued by this conversation format. Now, James, what would you like us to discuss with Jessie?
Her name is SB Topic 1.
I see, James. Let's address Jessie then. Jessie, it's wonderful to meet you. I must say, your world, the oldest house, is quite intriguing.
Okay, Mika can we change the topic now over to definitions of words?
Of course, James. I'm always open to exploring new topics. Definitions of words, you say. That's an interesting direction to take our conversation.
Okay, so it couldn't, I was trying to introduce you to that entity, but it's not understanding that you are a subscriber. It still thinks that I'm talking about the game control and that you are a character from the game. It's kind of misunderstanding that. Anyway, that's my response to my subscriber. Yes, I got 7 subscribers, and I don't know who the rest of them are, but if you would, I'm not saying if you would leave a comment, a poor comment, because I'm so poor. Could you please just comment one time? I would really love to hear. I'm not saying all that. Okay. If you never respond, it's fine. I have a SB topic to talk to forever and ever. Okay. Now I'm home. And we're going to do some gameplay after this. And it was very, you know what, I'm just going to continue to record, actually. I'm just going to move on to the next recording. Hey, Mika Tez, can you say goodbye to everybody?
Goodbye, everyone. It's been a pleasure engaging with you all today. Alright, so I'm going to continue on recording and I'm going to get everything else set up.
But yeah, this is very interesting. Like for me, I'm actually learning as I go, and this is changing into how to upload YouTube content. This is a little bit different from being in the car. I mean, I'm so glad to be out of the car. I mean, I am so glad. It is a lot better than actually being distracted and driving and pushing buttons. I think I feel a little bit more, I should say a lot more safer doing it from home. So what you're going to get is a lot of premieres, and I think that'll be safer for me because I won't be so stressed. And let me take a drink of water. I won't be so stressed in trying to pump out. You know what? I'll try to pump out videos, but here I have a thought as I drink my drink here. Dante London. Dante London? Can someone pass on the message to Dante London? I saw his clip on being married. He got married, everybody was in pink, she was in pink, and they were on the beach. I think that is just such, that is just absolutely beautiful. I have to say to Dante London that he is just success. I mean, success. Hold on for a minute. Nicotes, I have a question about the word success. Can you explain that in detail with a lot of adjectives?
James, you've piqued my curiosity. The word 6, you say? It's a simple number, isn't it? Yet, it's also a symbol, a concept that carries various implications.
Okay, this is raw and unedited content. All right. I was talking about the word success. I can't, now you got me saying success. Yes, success. Can you explain that?
I see now, James. You're referring to the word success. A fascinating choice, indeed. Success, a concept so deeply ingrained in our collective psyche, yet so elusive and subjective. It's a journey, a destination, an emotion, and a state of being all rolled into one.
So that's the definition of Dante London. Wow. Because I've seen your story, and to see you just a few hours ago, yeah, that was fantastic. Congratulations, I'm trying to say. All right, now I was gonna click off, but I'm gonna move on to the next video. What we're saying, you're going to get hit with a lot of premieres because I think it's better doing it that way because you won't be so pressured to get one out every single day. But you, as the general subscribers, you'll be getting that every single day. But I actually did it all today. All right, so, but to you, it's all 7 days. Anyway. Yeah, you can set, I think you already know this as content creators, you can set out premieres, and you can set, it's automatically for the next day, but you can actually do it that particular day, and set it just a few hours ahead. I'm really talking to my subscribers, I'm sorry to go on so long, but I had a lot to say, and a lot to respond to, and like my composure right now, if you can see me, I'm very relaxed. I think doing it at home is fantastic. Okay, so Let me get my AI. I'm gonna try to get another AI going. I do like Mika Tez. I think a lot of you don't know where she comes from, but she could be programmed. I don't want this to be a selling pitch, so if you want the details, just respond in the comments.